Okay, it should be back now. Should be. Yes, there we are. It's back. All right, fantastic. Um, so I heard it as soon as it died. I heard it, um, and this has happened once before. Streaming from this old laptop is that I hear a ding, and then it just says there was an encoding error, and OBS has just stopped. OBS is still open, but it's just stopped the stream. It's not like it's disconnected with the thing and try to reconnect. It's just stopped as if I've hit stop streaming. The thing is that if I hit start streaming, it doesn't do it. It says it has, but then it's just 0 kilobytes. I have to actually restart OBS. So yes, I didn't read any further after it dinged and it actually died. But yeah, so dead. Oh no, the book took him out, and then later getting in by the shark saluting, and then we're gonna be stabbing people with a sucked on candy cane. F. I guess you shouldn't talk to strangers, even in books. F. He's probably reading and isn't looking at chat too. No, I did because yeah, the computer makes a ding because even though all the whatchamacalls are put down, it's a noise from OBS. Gone ding. That was an error. Yes, left on page 125. And salute and congratulations, Big White Baron coming first and Colorful William coming second. Back. Oh yeah, we back. Congrats to BWB for first. Heard it? And oh, and everybody's putting their points in to the thingy. Very good. Alrighty. Yeah. I don't know. We never used to get that error back when we used to, Duckleberry and myself used to do the Salem Duck Show from this laptop. But, all right. You stop and give Eek a glare that could melt stone. How did we get in here, you repeat, spitting the words at him. My mum works for you, you creep. Your mother? Dr. Eek asks. He pulls himself up straight again. The twisted smile creeps back across his lips. Yeah, you say, but not for long, because I bet she'll quit when she hears what you tried to do to us. Your mother? Dr. Eek asks again. He sneers. Tell me, dear child, just what is your mother's name? You tell him and he laughs. He laughs so hard that his squinty eye opens and closes. It makes him look like a hideous puppet. Finally, he stops laughing. His face turns dead serious. I doubt you'll ever see your mother again, he sneers with a menacing glare. Oh no! What have you done to my mum, you cry. Find out on page 36. I haven't done a thing to your mother, Dr. Eek says, but you see, you've made a terrible mistake. Your mother doesn't work here at Eek Labs. She works at Eek Labs. Now it's saying here that where you are is Eek, which is triple EK, but where your mother works is at Eek, which is EIK. Elsewhere in this building, so if you ever want to see her again, you'll have to get out of my laboratory. He gives you a slow, wicked smile, and I'm afraid that just isn't likely to happen. Unless... See, previously, in a different route we went through, it was the other way around. Your mother worked at Eek. We thought we were in Eek, but we were in Eek. But this time, we were in Eek, but your mother doesn't work in Eek. She works in Eek. Oh, crazy. Unless what? Find out on page 76. Just trying to make us do the flippin' raster experiment again? You'll never get out of the lab unless you can find your way out of the K9 maze. Okay, we've hit both things on the back of the book in this run now. Fantastic. Oh, actually, no. Technically, no. We've only hit one. We've technically only hit one because what I thought we were going to hit the first one, where it said about the canine lab, we never did. So we still have a chance of doing that because they both have things to do with dogs. I mean, no. One has the thing to do with a dog. One has a thing to do with a maze. We've hit the maze, but we still have stuff to do with a dog in this one, right? So maybe. Who knows? Who knows? Let's find out. Um, Find your way out of the canine maze, Dr. Eek warns. He pulls at his lab coat to adjust it. It's practically choking him, since he's wearing it backwards. But he doesn't seem to think there is anything wrong. He strokes his chin, thinking, "You are pretty sure from the look on Dr. Eek's face that he's cooking up a hideous plot." Then he nods. "Yes, I'd say that's your best chance," Dr. Eek declares. "The canine maze. Unless... Unless again. Unless what, you cry? Unless you know the answer to this special Goosebumps question." Dr. Eek replies, "Excellent," you shout. "I'm a Goosebumps expert." You slap Sam a high five. Okay, oh, on his hand, you don't slap his thighs, that'd be weird. I'm a Goosebumps expert. Okie dokie, Dr. Eek begins. In the book, My Hairiest Adventure, when Larry first notices the thick black hair growing on his hands, what is he holding? A toothbrush or a hairbrush? Ooh. If you think it's a toothbrush, turn to page 49. If you choose a hairbrush, turn to 116. My mother's name is Mom. Oh no, a quiz. Ooh, a toothbrush. We still not done with this fever dream. Well, good luck, everyone. Gotta go to work and luck. Alrighty, no worries, Viking. Thank you very much for stopping by. And I think we've got it this time. We might have it this time. We're at least on the right path. We're going. There's a dog that just walked into my yard. What were we saying? Right, yes, no, thank you very much for stopping by, Viking. I hope you have a wonderful and safe trip to work and work day, and we look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now. Toothbrush. Toothbrush. Hi, Viking. Have a good work luck. A dog? Yes. A big puppy dog? No, a medium-sized one. Staffy, by the looks of it. So we're going with toothbrush. All right. Page 49. Larry is holding a toothbrush, you tell Dr. Eek. Amazing, he cries. You are a true Goosebumps expert. You grin at Sam. So how do we get out of the lab now, you ask eagerly. The canine maze, Dr. Eek replies. Huh? The canine maze, you repeat. You're sure you must have heard him wrong, but you said there was another way out if I answered your question right. Too bad, I lied, Dr. Eek sneers. It's the canine maze for you, both of you. Dr. Eek shivers with delight. He hurries to push a big red button on the wall. A hidden door on the operating room wall swings open. You and Sam nervously peer inside. You can tell it's a maze because this hallway is much narrower than the regular hall. Too narrow, you think. Plus, you can't see any doors in the maze. All you can see is that the maze twists and turns a lot. If you go in, will you ever get out? Dr. Eek gestures for you and Sam to enter the maze. Enjoy yourselves, he says with an evil grin. Oh, and by the way, beware of the dogs. Dogs? What dogs? Find out on page 23. Flippin' white dog with patches on him. It's running around my backyard now, apparently. Yippee, to me, all dogs are puppy dogs, except yappy little annoying dogs. The dog in your yard heard Canine Maze and said, I'm ready. Dogs, you say? But I thought... What did you think? Dr. Eek asks coldly. Well, I thought this was a maze that you usually used for dogs, you say, to train them or something. I thought we had to find our way out. But I didn't think the dogs would be in there with us at the same time. You just didn't think, Dr. Eek says briskly. Ah, well, too bad. He crosses his arms over his chest and stares at you. This conversation is over. Oh, well, Sam groans. Come on, what are we waiting for? The sooner we go, the sooner we'll get out of here. Sam's right, you decide. Except that you keep remembering what Dr. Eek said. Beware of the dogs. Beware of the dogs. Beware of the dogs. You step into the maze corridor. There's a strange smell in the air, like a dog smell. It makes the hair on the back of your neck stand up. Creep down the hallway on page 31. This one's gone pretty long. Don't make any mistakes now. You take a few more steps forward, further into the maze. Blam! The door slams shut behind you with a clang. Now you really are trapped. Which way? Sam asks. Don't be dumb, you snap. We haven't come to a choice yet. Just keep going straight. You continue walking. The hallway twists and turns 5 times. Left, right, right, left, left again, but at an angle. Still, you aren't exactly lost. You could easily turn around and go back the way you came. But your heart pounds wildly. You feel like an animal caught in a trap, just knowing that it's a maze, that there's only one way out. Then it hits you. Hey, you call to Sam, swallowing hard. Your voice sounds high. You hope Sam doesn't notice how freaked out you are. Did Dr. Eek actually say there was a way out of here? Go to page 30. Oh, that's back one page. There's got to be a way out, doesn't there? Sam cries. I don't know. I can't remember what Dr. Eek said. Maybe the maze just goes around and around and around and around and around and around in circles forever. You shriek. Maybe we'll die of starvation or run out of air. Maybe the only way out is that door back there, the one he just locked. You and Sam don't say anything for the next few minutes, but you're both beginning to sweat. The worst part is the silence in the maze. The dead silence. It doesn't even echo a little. The only sound is the sound of your sneakers and Sam's thick hiking boots on the tile floor. And the smell, that doggy smell, it's getting stronger and stronger. Then all at once you come to a fork, a choice. The maze corridor goes either left or straight ahead. You look left. You can see only a short piece of hallway and then a turn. Straight ahead, the hallway seems to stretch on for a long, long time without turning. Which way? Do we go left? We head to page 18. If we go straight, we head to page 130. What choice are we going to make now? Straight. We're going to head straight. To go straight, we go to 130. And congratulations, Viking, on a 30-stream streak. Hoo-hoo! Very good. Well done. Hi, Viking. Alrighty, so I suppose we're going to be going straight then. Hi, BWB. Straight? Okay, we're going straight. It's actually the last page in the book. Of reading pages. Cautiously, you continue straight ahead in the maze. You and Sam walk side by side, but the hallway is so narrow you just barely fit. Hey, quit bumping me, Sam snaps. He shoves you aside with his shoulder. I didn't bump you, you reply. Quit bumping me. Ouch, Sam says as he slams into the wall beside him. Uh-oh, you suddenly figured it out. The corridor is gradually getting narrower. In fact, as you gaze ahead, it seems to narrow down to nothing. It almost looks as if the two walls are coming together at a point. Maybe we should turn back around and go back, Sam suggests. This is a dead end. A dead end. Your throat tightens up at the thought. You check behind you to see if anyone or anything is back there. That doggy smell is getting stronger. What do you do? Ooh. Keep going to the end of the narrowing hall. Go to 62. Or turn around and go back to the fork. Go to 87. Ooh. Hi, Kathleen, and also thank you, Kylie. Keep going. Ooh. We're going to keep going. Hi, Viking. Okay, we're going to keep on going. 62. 62. Okie dokie. It's not that much farther, you say. Let's keep going. Okay, Sam agrees. The hall's so narrow, we'd better walk single file, you suggest. You go first. Nah, you first, Sam counters. No, really, after you. How long can you keep this up? Not long. Finally, you pull a coin out of your pocket. You flip it. Heads, I'll go first. Tails, you go first, you tell Sam. Flip a coin. If it comes up heads, go to page 68. If it's tails, go to page 91. I have a flipping coin in here. Hakuro. So we need a coin flip. Heads or tails? Or just whoever says one of them first. I don't like the chance ones. Jefferson, flip a coin. Heads. All right, we're going heads. What was heads? 68. Tails. Too late. Colourful Willie said heads. 68. All right. The coin comes up heads. You gulp and squeeze past Sam so you can lead the way. One step at a time, you creep to the end of the corridor. The walls get narrower. Narrower. In fact, there's only about a foot apart now. You can hardly squeeze through. But now that you're almost at the end, you notice something. The walls don't come to a point. The corridor is just super narrow for about 15 feet. And then there's an opening. You turn sideways, suck in your stomach, and edge your way to the end of the hall, to the opening. And then you see it. Go on to 72. Ooh, what do we say? What do we say? What is it? What is in that room? Sam demands. A slow grin spreads across your face. Is it the way out? Sam asks eagerly. Nope. You shake your head. But it's something almost as good. What? Sam asks, sounding almost grouchy. Vending machines, you shout. You whirl around to give Sam a high five. Yes, he says, squeezing through the narrow hall and into the opening with you. You didn't notice it before, but you're starving. Your stomach has been growling for half an hour. You check out the machines. They're the kind with the glass globe full of candy or bubble gum. But instead of candy, they have some kind of brown, crumbly stuff in them. Maybe it's nuts, or something like granola. Oh no, you say. Health food. Who cares? Sam cries. I'm starving. True, you are starving. And besides, the machines don't have coin slots. Could all this stuff be free? Find out on page 83. What do they say? They think granola or health food stuff, and it's just brown, crumbly stuff. I think it's probably just dog food. All right, page 83. And Maleficent is useless. I did the Google one real fast. Vending machines, yeah, apparently that's just as good as the way out. What was it? Page 83. Sam twists a knob. A handful of the brown stuff tumbles down the chute. It is free. What is it, you ask, peering closely at the food in Sam's hand. Who cares, Sam replies. He pops some of it into his mouth and starts to chew. I think it's granola. Oh no, is this going to turn us into dogs? Is he going to turn into a dog? It's dog food, but not as in food for dogs. It's food for turning people into dogs, maybe. Slowly, you turn the crank on the vending machine. You put a few pieces of the stuff in your mouth. At first, it just tastes sort of salty, but then, yuck, you yell, spitting it out on the floor. If you didn't know better, you'd think this stuff was dog food. What did I tell you? Take another bite, Sam says. It's good once you get used to it. Sam keeps turning the crank and eating the granola. He stuffs all his pockets with the brown, crunchy food. It's Sam's policy never, ever to turn down anything that's free. How about you? Do you want to take another bite? Or not? If yes, turn to page 107. If no, turn to page 94. We're going to eat some more of this dog food? Or we're going to be like, no thanks. Do that Drake Mimi where he's shaking his head and looking away. I guess they are hoping for a Mars bar. Let's eat some, I guess. Oh, we're going to eat more. 107, if we eat more. Okie dokie. You take another bite of the crunchy brown stuff, and then another. Sam's right. It's not so bad. In fact, you eat so much you begin to feel really full. Well, not full exactly. Top heavy. Like you can't stand up. All of a sudden, you have an overwhelming urge to drop down to the floor on all fours. All fours? Wait a minute. You don't have 4 legs, do you? Quick, find out on page 85. I flippin' told you. No one listened. Wow. You bend over, lowering your arms, front legs to the floor. Front legs? Yikes. You glance down and your heart almost stops. Your arms have fur on them. Your tongue hangs out and you begin to pant and sniff. You sniff the floor. You sniff Sam's front legs. Sam's front legs? Yikes again. Oh no, you slowly realize you and Sam have turned into dogs. Be a good dog and turn to page 55. We're on page 85. What was that brown stuff you ate? Whatever it was, it has turned you and Sam into German shepherds. Dr. Eek is sneakier than you realize. That food machine was a trick, and you took the bait. You growl at Sam. He growls back, showing his sharp canine teeth. Okay, you think. You'll back down. Sam's bigger than you are, anyway. You glance away from Sam and put your tail between your legs to let him know that he's in charge. He's top dog. Then you back out of the way so that Sam can lick the last scraps of the brown stuff from the floor. A minute later, the hair on the back of your neck stands up. You smell something. More dogs. You can hear them coming. Their sharp nails click on the tile floor. Big trouble, you think. Beginning to panic. You and Sam are trapped in a tiny opening at the end of a narrowing hall. In a dead end. Think quick. What are you going to do? If you run out and attack the pack of dogs, turn to page 126. If you roll over and play dead, turn to page 89. Alrighty. Are we going to, as new dogs, try and attack these other dogs? This pack of dogs? Or are we going to roll over and play dead? It is the canine maze, I guess. Suddenly, got a big head. Woof, woof. Run and attack. Attack. Oh, okie dokie. 126. This is the longest adventure we've had here. Don't mess up now. Woof! That's you, barking. Your little doggy heart is racing. You trot out into the narrow hall and run towards the approaching dogs. You're going to attack. Bark, bark, bark. They're barking as they charge towards you. You're terrified, but you're trying to bluff. You bark as loud as you can and race to the place where the hallway turns. That way you can stand there and act as if you're protecting your territory. Maybe they'll back down, maybe not, but it's your only chance. Sam catches up with you and barks viciously too. Then all at once the pack of dogs races around the corner. Their sharp teeth are bared. They're snarling, running, charging. It looks as if nothing can stop them until they see you. You curl back your lips, exposing your own razor-sharp teeth. You plant your feet firmly. You give a low, mean, angry growl. Grrr. Keep growling on page 46. It works. The German shepherds stop charging at you. You're doing it. You're making them back down. One by one, the German shepherds turn around and run the other way. Let's follow them. Maybe they know a way out. You want to say to Sam, but you can't talk. You're still a human being inside, but you've got the body of a dog. And then you think, wait a minute, why follow them? They're just dogs. You and Sam have got to find a way to turn yourselves back into kids again. You watch the dogs for a minute. They really seem to know their way around this maze. Well, which is it? Do you want to follow the dogs or wander the maze by yourselves? If you follow the dogs, turn to page 123. If you wander the maze yourself, turn to page 52. Must show dominance. We don't have a dog thingy. That thing's too quiet. That doesn't come through. There's crickets, but the crickets are, too quiet. I don't think they come through in this one. Follow. Down to the hollow. Follow the dogs. 1, 2, 3. You follow the dogs, and Sam trots along behind you. Through the canine maze, left, right, left, left. You turn a dozen times. Are you ever going to get out of here, you wonder? The pack is about 20 feet ahead of you, but all of a sudden you stop. There's a big sign on the wall up ahead. It reads Emergency Exit in big red letters. Beneath the sign is a small red button. It reads Push to Open. The only trouble is, the button is too high for you to reach. It's 4 feet 3 inches off the ground. How do you know that exactly? I don't know. You start to jump, trying to push the button with your nose. Can you do it? Here's the rule. Human beings who have been turned into dogs can jump only as high as they were tall when they were human. If you were 4 feet 3 inches taller, if you were 4 feet 3 inches or taller, turn to page 92. If you were under 4 feet 3 inches, turn to page 61. Now, I'm pretty sure everyone here is taller than 4 feet and 3 inches. But this was a book for children who were in school when they were babies, right? So, is this book going to punish adults / babies that went through growth spurt very early on? That is a specific measurement, and now we know why. Good thing we're adults. Good thing you aren't that short. I guess we will find out. Okie dokie. I mean, everyone is taller than 4 feet 3 inches, correct? But it sounds like being taller is better because we have to jump to clear it. Yes, but maybe it's a trap. So let's find out. If you're 4 feet 3 inches or taller, okay, so we're going to that. We're going 92. Here we go. Congratulations, you leap into the air and bingo! You hit the button with your nose. All at once, a piece of the wall slides open, revealing a stairwell. You and Sam run in. You sniff. Something smells familiar. Sniff, sniff, sniff. What is that smell? And then you realize it's your mum's perfume. You follow the scent down the stairs to the floor below, to a door that is closed. You bark until someone comes to open it. Who is it? Mum, you try to cry when you see her. You jump up on her, barking and wagging your tail. Get down, she scolds. What are you dogs doing in here anyway? Then she turns and calls to someone behind her. Hey, Harold, come here and look, a pair of dogs. They probably escaped from Eek's lab. Mum, don't you recognize me? You want to ask, but all you are able to say is woof. Woof, 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 woof. Woof. Whoa. Go on to page 118. You bark and bark. Your mum smiles at you. Harold, I can't deal with these dogs now, she says. I've got to find my kids. But she pats your head before she leaves. Of course, she never does find her kid, since you've been turned into a dog by the horrible Dr. Eek. Eventually, though, you do get to go home. Your mum adopts you. She takes you home and gives you plenty of dog food. Once in a while, you even get to sleep in your own bed, but only when your mum's not home. The rest of the time, she makes you jump down. She doesn't want dog hairs in the bed. The good part is that you're a really smart dog, exceptionally smart, because you're not a dog, you're a kid. In no time, you learn great tricks. You can do things such as go fetch a red sweater with blue buttons. You can find the man with the black beard in the fourth row of the audience. You can add 4 and 7 and count the answer out with your paws. Welcome to the world of show business. With a dog like you, your mum becomes rich and famous. She tours the world with you, and you're pretty happy. After all, being your mum's best friend isn't so bad. In the end. He's did so well, and then he's got us stuck as a dog. A show dog. A performing arts dog. This is only the second ending where we've found our mother, though. We didn't get to go to the movies this time, and we did get turned into a dog, but now our mother is very rich. But she's also our best friend. So, is this another? Rip? Like, we got out, but not great. So, good ending? No. I'm considering this still not the proper ending, not the good proper ending. We got so far. All right. I'm just going. We're just gonna. Okay. I'm not gonna read all the things. We're back in the thing. Sam's done the drink. He's done his gag. We've gone. What tomfoolery. Now, are we gonna sit down and wait for your mum, or are we gonna go look for her? Wait. We're gonna sit and wait. Page 11. All right. We're gonna sit and wait. Vanessa comes out, and Vanessa's like, "Come, follow me, because you're here for the experiment. You get $50, right? All right." Are we gonna go along with Vanessa, or are we gonna go? No, we don't want to take a chance on the raster experiment. Go along. All right. We go in there. 32. Oh, getting a little bit nervous now. Alrighty. Maybe you're actually not really meant for this, right? But I got another idea and something else you might be better at. All right, so are we gonna do whatever Dr. Eek tells you to do, or are we gonna chicken out? Again, if we go, we know if we go with him, we chicken out. Yeah, yeah. If we go with him, it's janitor locked in, I believe. So 17 for the chicken. 17. Chicken out. Yep. All right. Now this is where this is one of the first things. All right. Is actually I've got to go. You said, Doctor. I've got to meet my mom. Staying. Sam announces. Goodbye. Pleasant meeting you. We go out into the hallway, start toward the reception area, but then we hear a voice cry out, "Help! Someone help me!" You freeze. Was that Sam? Did the sound come from behind you, or was it in front of you? You can't be sure. An instant later, you hear the cry again. Are we going to go back and check on Sam, or do we think it's someone else in trouble? I'm going to try and find them. I think it's the next one I want to switch, actually. Someone else. All right, so we're going to go for someone else. Because there's still plenty of other choices with the other one, but we haven't gone this one at all, so. All right, we're going to go with someone else. Page 99. Someone else? 99. Seems alright, you decide. And beside, that cry definitely came from somewhere in front of you. Please help! The voice calls out desperately. It seems to be coming from a room just a few feet ahead. You dash forward and pull open a lab door. There's nothing inside except an empty laboratory. A big blob of some kind of green stuff sits on the counter. Wrong room, you say to yourself. You continue down the hall. You try another door. Nope, just a broom closet. The next door on the left has to be it. It's already partly open. You give it a push and gasp. Catch your breath on page 38. Right away, you know you're in an operating room. Tiled walls, metal cabinets, steel sink, heart monitors, cabinets full of rubber gloves, surgical lights above a stainless steel operating table, lumpy objects under a stained hospital sheet. Wait a minute. Lumpy objects under a stained hospital sheet. Turn to page 47. You're afraid to look under the sheet, and afraid not to. What is that lumpy object? Is that what was crying out for help? You peer closer and notice a kid's sneaker poking out from under the sheet. You feel so lightheaded, you think you'd better lie down. But where? No way are you going to lie down in the operating room. Help! A weak voice says, Please help me. You swallow hard. Your heart pounds. The room begins to spin. Do you dare look under that sheet? If you look under the sheet, turn to page 22. If you think you'd better lie down first, turn to page 40. We'll go look under the sheet, or we're gonna lie down in an operating room while there's something lumpy under the sheets. Um, Someone else this time. Look under. Lie down. Oh, okay. We need a tiebreaker. We're going to be looking under the sheets. Lie down. We're going to lie down. Alrighty. We're going to lie down. Whew. Maybe you'd better lie down, you decide. Your knees feel so weak, you can hardly stand. You glance around for some place to sit, but there isn't anything. Oh well, you say as you stretch out right there on Dr. Eek's operating room floor. Within seconds, you feel your eyes closing. Suddenly, you're so tired. You've just got to get some sleep. And maybe then, you're out like a light, snoring away. A few hours later, you open your eyes again. Mom, you cry, sitting straight up in bed. In bed? No, it can't be true. But you gaze around, and it is true. You're home in your own bed. You blink once, twice. How'd you get here? Wow, you must have been having a terrible dream, your mum says. You were talking and moaning all night in your sleep. You mean this was all just a dream? It never happened? Anyway, why don't you visit my new lab today, your mum goes on. Come right after school, I'll show you around. And then we'll go to dinner and a movie. And bring Sam. Uh-oh, here you go again. The end. I don't think that's a good ending either. I'm pretty sure that's just delayed. But, I mean, I mean, if it didn't end it with "oh, here you go again," I would have been like, "Oh, so it was all just a dream. It's all okay." But because it ended it with "oh," I feel like that's because then we just it was a premonition dream thing, so it was like warning us what not to do. Maybe, I don't know. Should have looked under the sheet. Well, that's 2 lives done, so we have 1 final life. All right, so are we going to sit down and wait for our mother, or are we going to go look for her? That was actually probably the quickest one because we jumped like through the first couple of option things. We're going to wait. All right, we're going to wait. Page 11. And then 12. All right. Are we going to go with Vanessa? We're going to go along with Vanessa, or are we going to take a chance on the raster experiment? Sorry, are we going to go along with Vanessa, or are we going to not take a chance with the raster experiment? Go with. Okie dokie. 32. Wow. The majority was like fall asleep in the operating room. I mean, it didn't go as badly as I thought it would. 64. All right, Dr. Eek's all like, maybe you're not the right type of person for the raster experiment. I got some other idea for you. So are we going to do whatever Dr. Eek tells us, or are we going to chicken out? I'm not giving you an actual choice. We're going chicken out. Because, again, the other thing locks us. All right. Sam stays. He wants to do experiment. We're out in the hallway. Now we hear the yelling. Help! Help! Are we going to go back and check on Sam? Or are we going to go ahead and try and find the person who's yelling for help? Someone else looking. She's going straight there. All right. Someone else, 99. Sam's all right. Dash forward, open lab door, glob of green stuff. Not that room. Next one's broom closet. Next door, already open. We push it open and gasp. 38. Operating room, lumpy object under a stained hospital sheet. 47. Here we go. You're afraid to look under the sheet. and afraid not to. What is the lumpy object? Is that what was crying out for help? You peer closer and notice a kid's sneakers poking out from under the sheet. You feel so lightheaded. You think you'd better lie down, but where? No way are you going to lie down in the operating room. Oh. Help! A weak voice says. Please help me. You swallow hard. Your heart pounds. The room begins to spin. Do you dare look under the sheets? So we're going to look under the sheets this time. Okay. Here we go. Number 22. You decide to look under the sheet. Why not? It can't be that bad. Can it? Trembling, you walk over to the operating table. Sweat beads on your forehead. But you've got to do it. You've got to pull back that sheet. Slowly, you lift just a corner of the sheet. You peek underneath, near the head, or at least you hope it's the head. It's the opposite side from the sneaker anyway. Then you lift the sheet just a little more, then more. No, you scream when you spot what's under the stained cover. Help me, cries a boy about your age, or at least you think it's a boy. You can't really tell, because half of his body is covered in fur. Okay, so now we've got the second thing on the back. So now we've done both things on the back. Turn to page 7. You stare at the thing under the covers. Your heart beats triple time. What is it? A boy? A dog? Or a little bit of each? Help me, he says again. Please, my name is Joseph. Dr. Eek tried to turn me into a German Shepherd, but it didn't work. So now he's trying to turn me back into a kid. You don't know what to say. This is so creepy, so sick. How could your mother work in a place like this? I'm strapped down, the boy explains. He gestures towards his hairy doggy arms. Loosen the straps so I can get free. Okay, you say. Your stomach lurches at the sight of bristly dog hair all over this kid's body. You start to undo the straps, but before you can finish, you hear footsteps approaching. Quick, you'd better find a place to hide. If you hide in Dr. Eek's office on the other side of the room, we go to page 129. If we hide under the operating table, we go to page 74. What are we going to do? We're going to hide in the office on the other side of the room? Or we're going to hide under the operating table? Hide in the office. Alrighty, we're going to hide in the office. Hide in the office, 129. Hide in the office, 129, 129. Every instinct in your body says hide, and Dr. Eek's office seems like the best place. You see it on the opposite side of the operating room, an office with a big glass window. The sign on the door reads, Eek's office, keep out. I've got to hide, you say to the half boy, half dog. No, don't hide, the boy warns. Run, and take this with you. With a flick of his wrist, he tosses you a silver whistle. It'll keep the dogs away, he tells you. You start toward the door, but the footsteps are right outside. Ruh-roh. Time to make another choice. Ooh, a whistle. If you follow the boy's advice, run to page 112. If you think it's best to turn around and hide in Dr. Eek's office, turn to page 34. We're going to double down and hide, or we're going to follow the dog boy's advice and run? Yes, and run. Sorry, good luck now. Alrighty, no worries. Thank you very much for stopping by, Big White Bear. Very much appreciate it. Hope you have a wonderful and fantastic time doing what you're doing, and we look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now. Have good luck. Follow his advice. Joseph being a real one, I can feel it. Oh, let's hope so. So he just doesn't want a half boy, half dog friend. 112. Okay, here we go. Here we go. You dash out into the hall with the whistle in your hand. Now what? You can't just leave this place without Sam. Sam, he's with Dr. Eek in a lab down the hall. He's probably in big trouble. You race back to the room where you left Sam and Dr. Eek, but it's empty. All you find is a chewing gum wrapper for cinnamon gum, the kind Sam always chews. Then you notice there's another part of a gum wrapper on the floor by the door, and another out in the hall, and another. It's a trail. Sam's trying to tell you where he went. You follow the gum wrapper trail, down the hall, around the corner, and straight into another operating room. How many flippin' things of gum did he have? There you find Sam lying on one stainless steel table, and a jar of pickles lying on another. Electrical wires run from a scary-looking machine to Sam's feet, and to the jar of pickles. What are you doing? You scream at Dr. Eek. Quick, turn to page 5. Well, what am I doing? Dr. Eek repeats and then laughs. You would never understand, my dear child. Sam turns his head to stare at you. His eyes are filled with terror. Get me out of here, he pleads. There is no way for your friend to save you, Dr. Eek tells Sam. Then he walks over to the scary machine and starts turning dials. Something buzzes. Something else hums. Help me, Sam cries. Please help. A moment later, the jar of pickles starts to glow. Stop, you scream. You lunge at Dr. Eek, but Dr. Eek thrusts out a hand to stop you. He's strong, even if he is an old guy. Give up, Dr. Eek commands. But you don't give up. You run over to the table and rip the wires off Sam's feet. Then you grab his arm. Let's run, you say to your friend. Dr. Eek throws back his head and laughs. Ha! You'll never get out of here. Never, he bellows. All the exits are locked. Unless... Unless what? Find out on page 76. You'll never get out of the lab unless you can find your way out of the canine maze, Dr. Eek warns. He pulls at his lab coat to adjust it. It's practically choking him. This is now looped into the other one. This is now looped into where we previously were with the other thing. Okay. He pulls his lab coat to adjust it, practically choking him since he's wearing it backward, but he doesn't seem to think there is anything wrong. He strokes his chin, thinking, you are pretty sure from the look on Dr. Eek's face that he's cooking up a hideous plot. Then he nods. Yes, I'd say that's your best chance, Dr. Eek declares. The canine maze. Unless what, you cry. Unless you know the answer to this special Goosebumps question, Dr. Eek replies. Excellent, you shout. I'm a Goosebumps expert. You slap Sam a high five. Okay, Dr. Eek begins. In the book, My Hairiest Adventure, when Larry first notices the thick black hair growing on his hands, what is he holding, a toothbrush or a hairbrush? We're going to go with the toothbrush. Okie dokie. 49. Larry is holding a toothbrush, you tell Dr. Eek. Amazing, he cries. You are a true Goosebumps expert. You grin at Sam. So, how do we get out of the lab now, you ask eagerly. The canine maze, Dr. Eek replies. Huh? The canine maze, you repeat. You're sure you must have heard him wrong, but you said there was another way out if I answered your question right. Too bad. I lied, Dr. Eek sneered. It's the canine maze for both of you. Dr. Eek shivers with delight. He hurries to push a big red button on the wall. A hidden door on the operating room wall swings open. You and Sam nervously peer inside. You can tell it's a maze because the hallway is way much narrower than the regular hall. Too narrow, you think. Plus, you can't see any doors in the maze. All you can see is that the maze twists and turns a lot. If you go in, will you ever get out? Dr. Eek gestures for you and Sam to enter the maze. Enjoy yourselves, he says with an evil grin. Oh, and by the way, beware of the dogs. Dogs? What dogs? Find out on page 23. Dogs, you say? But I thought, what did you think, Dr. Eek asks coldly. I thought this was a maze that you actually used for dogs to save, to train them or something. I thought we had to find our way out, but I didn't think the dogs would be in there with us at the same time. You just didn't think, Dr. Eek says briskly. Ah, well, too bad. He crosses his arms over his chest and stares at you. This conversation is over. Oh well, Sam groans. Come on, what are we waiting for? The sooner we go, the sooner we'll get out of here. Seems right, you decide, except that you keep remembering what Dr. Eek said. Beware of the dogs. Beware of the dogs. Beware of the dogs. You step into the maze corridor. There's a strange smell in the air, like a dog smell. It makes the hair on the back of your neck stand up. Down the hall on page 31. You take a few more steps forward, farther into the maze. Blam! The door slams shut behind you with a clang. Now you really are trapped. Which way? Sam asks. Don't be silly, you snap. We haven't come to a choice yet. Just keep going straight, you continue walking. The hallway twists and turns 5 times. Left, right, left, left. Again, but at an angle. Still, you aren't exactly lost. You could easily turn around and go back the way you came. But your heart pounds wildly. You feel like an animal caught in a maze, just knowing that it's a maze. That there's only one way out. Then it hits you. Hey, you call to Sam, swallowing hard. Your voice sounds high. You hope Sam doesn't notice how freaked out you are. Did Dr. Eek actually say there was a way out of here? Go to page 30. There's got to be a way out, doesn't there, Sam cries. I don't know. I can't remember what Dr. Eek said. Maybe the maze just goes around and around in circles forever, you shriek. Maybe we'll die of starvation or run out of air. Maybe the only way out is that door back there, the one he just locked. You and Sam don't say anything for the next few minutes, but you're both beginning to sweat. The worst part is the silence in the maze, the dead silence. It doesn't even echo a little. The only sound is the sound of your sneakers and Sam's thick hiking boots on the tile floor. And the smell, that doggy smell, it's getting stronger and stronger. Then all at once you come to a fork, a choice. The maze corridor goes either left or straight. You look left, you see only a short piece of hallway and then another turn. Straight ahead, the hallway seems to stretch on for a long, long time without turning. Which way? Go to the left, we go to 18. Go straight, we go 130. Oh, okay, which one are we going to do this time? We're going to go straight, we're going to go left. Let's go left this time and hope for the best. Okie dokie. Page 18. You quickly turn left and stare at 6 German shepherds racing towards you in the canine maze. 3 come at you from one side, 3 from the other. You're trapped. Their needle-sharp teeth drip with saliva. 2 of them froth at the mouth. 1 of them has caked dry blood all over his face. And if it had eaten raw meat, as if it had eaten raw meat or something earlier today. Don't scream, you tell yourself. Don't show fear, and don't run. But what can you do? There's only one way to call off the dogs, with a silver whistle. But do you have one? If you met the half boy, half dog and got a silver whistle from him, turn to page 127. If not, go to 110. So this is interesting. This is interesting. If we got to this point last run, we wouldn't have been able to, we would have had to have gone to 110. But because we went the other way and got the whistle and it looped back in around, now we have the silver whistle that possibly, maybe, saves us from these German shepherds. So we don't make a choice. We just got to do what we got to do because we got the silver whistle. We met the half boy, half dog. So we go to page 127. Oh. 127? 127. Luckily, you have the silver whistle. Maybe you'll get out of here alive. The German shepherds lunge at you. The leader is so tall that when he barks, you can feel his hot breath on your face. Suddenly, his huge sharp teeth chomp down on the neck of your t-shirt, grazing your throat. But you don't panic. As fast as humanly possible, which is pretty fast since you have lightning fast reflexes after years of playing video games, you reach into your pocket and pull out the whistle. You blow it as hard as you can. Nothing happens. No sound comes out. Nothing whatsoever. Now what are you going to do? It's a flippin' dog whistle. You can't hear a dog whistle, so it's still working, which better be. Face your fate on 66. You blow the silver whistle again, harder this time, but still no sound comes out. What's wrong with this thing? You want to shout, but your voice is paralyzed with fear. You blow one more time, still no sound, but just then you notice something. The dogs are backing down, all 6 of them. They stop barking, stop lunging at you, and all 6 of them sit. They just sit down on their backs. They just sit down on their back haunches and stare up at you, as if they're waiting for further instructions. Cool, Sam exclaims. That must be a dog whistle. You know, they make a high-pitched sound. People can't hear it, but dogs can. Where did you get it? It's a long story. I'll tell you later, you say, wiping the sweat off your brow. Come on, let's find a way out of this place. Look for the exit on page 97. Whew. After years playing video games, what a weird random backstory to put right there. It takes about 20 minutes, but you and Sam finally do escape. You find an emergency exit door in the canine maze. It leads into a stairwell that leads to the floor below, which is where your mum's lab has been all the time. You hurry into her office. She's bent over a microscope, lost in her work. Oh, hi, your mum says, looking at her watch. I guess I forgot the time. Ready for a movie? I thought we'd go see the new science fiction film about the crazy scientist who traps these 2 kids, and you and Sam glare at each other and roll your eyes. Hold it, Mom, you interrupt. Sam and I were thinking we'd rather do something, a little less exciting. Could we just go home, eat pizza, watch cartoons, and then go to bed? Your mum stares at you blankly. Okay, she replies. But I hate to think you came all the way to my lab for nothing. Isn't there something fun we could do? How about if we stop on the way home and get a scary book to read? You and Sam roll your eyes again. A scary book? Now? Not tonight, Mum, you tell her. Not tonight. The end. There we go. That's it. That's the good ending. We don't go to the movies, but we don't want to go to the movies. We choose not to go to the movies. Instead we got pizza and cartoons and whatever else it was. So that is it. We finally did it. On our third life of our fourth session, we finally did it. And in that final run through as well, we hit both things on the back. We met the kid that was a half dog with the sneakers and the maze, and it's the kid that gave us the silver whistle. And if we didn't get that silver whistle, we wouldn't have done it. We wouldn't have been able to get out. So there we go. So we got actually pretty close in the one just before it, except we got turned into dogs. But even if we went the other way, I mean, maybe that way you can possibly, if we even get turned into dogs, maybe, but still we had to go and do the other way first and get the whistle. And then, but we did it. Whew. Take that, Dr. Ink. So the next one that we're up to, if we end up reaching a goal to do, is Night in Werewolf Woods, which actually has doggish things in it too. Woods World or Werewolf World? Get out your bathing suit. You and your family are off on a summer vacation to a place called Woods World. You can't wait to mess around down at the lake. Then at the kids-only campfire, you hear the rumor about Woods World. Legend has it, werewolves roam the woods at night. But you're not scared. You're ready for an adventure. Will you explore the deepest, darkest part of the woods? Brave the Tunnel of Waves, home of the terrifying lake monster? Or battle an army of red fire ants? The choice is yours in this scary goosebump adventure that's packed with over 20 super spooky endings. Reader beware, you choose the scare and give yourself goosebumps. That's the next one that we're up to. Whew. But we did it. Finally. And on, yes, the sort of last attempt that I would have liked to have done it on, and we did it. So that's good. We did it. Where's the thing? We did it. Fantastic. Very good. Wonderful. Brilliant. Thinking and then running. That sounds, we did it finally. Yippee! Congratulations. Shout out to pizza. Gosh darn, that's nuts. You needed the whistle. Maybe you could have found an antidote when we turned into dogs. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, there were a couple of options because after we turned to the dogs, there was the going and meeting the other dogs head on, which is what we did. Or there was the other option, which we didn't do. But even if we do meet the dogs head on, then the next thing is about your height, of whether you can hit that button. Hitting that button goes to the same place, but obviously we're dogs when we meet our mother, and then we just go play tricks for the rest of our lives. So there was two other possible path options after turning into dogs, where maybe it could have led to a possible turning back into a human and getting out. But yeah, who knows? We did it. Dogs and bears. Oh my. Oh yes. But there we go. It's done. Fantastic. We don't need to do it ever again. Whew, we did that one way too many times. Anyway, that's it for me today. When will I be back and what will I be doing? Well, it is Monday evening. I will be back tomorrow with Nikki because I believe the birthday event is doing its birthdaying things. Or there's birthday. So I'll be back tomorrow with Nikki. As in for the time, Probably, maybe. What was it? 7, 12, 12, 12, 7, 8, 8, 9, 12, 14, 14, 14, 15 hours from now, perhaps. I may be back. Depending on the weather and stuff, because there's a lot of rain, and then it has started to get a bit humid because the rain has stopped. If the rain comes back and it's nice and cool, it'll be cool, nice. If the rain comes back and then it stops and then it gets real humid again, then maybe I won't. I don't know, something like that. But I'll be back sometime tomorrow for Nikki, and that's the stream before then, obviously, the next stream, which is Wednesday for me. So not tomorrow, but the day after is when it will be the Pokemon card stuff that with Dimitri. Dimitri will be here. We'll be doing the new Pokemon Japanese set of cards, and it's a special fancy set. So it's got special fancy things in it and stuff. So we'll be doing that, and that will be the first actual card product proper thing done with Dimitri. He's done single packs and everything, but it will be an actual. He's got 2 boxes. I've got 2 boxes. They are, again, it's a special set, so they don't have heaps and heaps of things like normal ones, but they are the special fancy ones. So we've got 2 boxes of them each. We'll go through them. And it'll be a nice, easy time. Easy, nice and relaxing. Ooh, yeah. Before this coming weekend, which will be big. Again, this coming weekend, there will be the sub discounts will be happening. It won't be happening this Wednesday. It will be happening this weekend coming for the Pokemon one, because a lot of the stuff will have to do with either bits or with subscription things, especially some of the big ones, especially the real big ones, for if you want to be like, towards people, because each option you get to pick. You get to pick a victim, whether it's myself or Dimitri. So people want to do things to me and slow me down in my progress. I still need to figure out what the loser's going to do for who doesn't get, like, it's a race for the Elite Four. What does the loser who doesn't get to Elite Four first, not just get to them, you have to beat them. So what will the loser have to do? Initially, I was like, teaspoon of that hot sauce that is the hottest one I have. Yeah, but I'm like, no, needs to be something else. And then we did think of the shoey. We'll do a shoey. But Dimitri doesn't want to do a shoey with hot sauce. So I don't know. I have to think of something. Yes. Anyway, thank you everybody for joining. Very much appreciated. Bang, bang, bang. See you sometime tomorrow, probably. Neither of you like the anchovies, so eat some anchovies. Anchovies with hot sauce. I've never cooked anchovies. I'll have to have a look into that. Spicy anchovies, yes. Very good idea. Very good idea. Yes, alrighty. Anyway, thank you everybody for joining me this evening. Very much appreciate it. I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of their morning, afternoon, or evening, whatever the time happens to be for you. Say hi to your mum for me. And I'll see you next time. Bye for now. Hello, Gingerbread Salem. I see you have a banana threatening me. Well, ease up. Ease up. I mean, I find that quite inappropriate, Colourfully Woolly. Well, first of all, my middle pocket banana is not threatening. It's very thin. It's long, but it's soft. It's not threatening at all.